Good morning. Happy Tuesday. My name is Nayoka Lynn. So this morning, I was sitting in my chair after meditation, and sitting there quietly, I heard, "What is jealousy?" So what I've come to know is all these little things are asking me. I guess this is what they want me to speak on. So here I am. All right. So I thought, okay, what is jealousy? First thing I do, I turn it inward. Am I jealous of something? After little examination, I don't think I'm jealous of anything. But I said, well, let me look it up and see what the world defines as jealousy. So what I read was a resentment against a rival, a person enjoying success or advantage, etc. Or a resentment against another's success or advantage itself. It says jealousy can consist of one or more emotions, such as anger, resentment, inadequacy, helplessness, or disgust. So let's unpack that for a minute. If you have the knowing, that you were before you got here, it's important to know that. And you picked a theme you would like to explore. You are going to incarnate on earth and be you. You. You are going to be you, the beautiful, authentic you. Now, I'm not saying that you can't admire somebody's success. I think it's wonderful to admire somebody else's success and cheer them on. I love to see somebody really happy and making it in their life, doing what they love to do. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes when we see different people, it inspires us to take action on ourselves. But what action are you taking? Are you trying to be them? Are you trying to copy them? Or do you just admire their art, their talent, whatever it is? It's okay to admire that, and it's okay to want to take part in that kind of thing. But do it in a way that expresses you. Don't copy and try to be somebody else because you feel like they have fame, success, money, whatever. Be you, because I promise you, unless you are truly you, you're not going to be happy. No, your core vibration's off. A lot of people, they don't have enough security within themselves, and they're not exactly where they think they want to be. Well, they start despising other people that look happy. It's sad, isn't it? Remember, what you put out, you get back. So if you're sitting there despising somebody's life because you feel like they shouldn't have what they have or get the recognition that they have, or whatever reason your opinion is about their life, really? What you put out, you get back. All that resentment, that anger, that fear, it's a fear of lack. It's an insecurity of who you really are. But you're robbing yourself. You didn't come here to be anybody else. You didn't come here to try to take anything that somebody else has. No, no. That's why it's sad to me to see people that are jealous. There's all different kinds of jealousy, all kinds. A woman or man, will be jealous if her or his partner looks at another person. Look, that happens all the time. It's just human nature to look at somebody. Even women will look at another woman who's beautiful and admire her beauty. Men will look at other men. They won't admit it most times. But men will look at other men and admire their physique or whatever it is about them. It's human nature. Now, If you walk in your authenticity and you are truly being who you are and you are flowing in your passion, if you have a partner that gives you no attention and is trying to make you jealous, you do what you want with that. Yeah, I'm not going to advise anybody of anything. I'm just not like that. I know that if you have a partner that is hurting you by cheating on you and just trying to make you feel bad, putting you down, always chirping in your ear about how bad you are, how wrong you are, what you're doing wrong all the time. If it were me, I would ask myself, why is it that I wanted to stay around that? I would examine that. That's just saying. So yeah, jealousy is, it's a sickness. It's really sick. It is. It's sick. There's a lot of people that will look at other people's lives and thinking, well, they didn't achieve what it is that they wanted to achieve in their lives, and they start resenting people for having success, for having happiness. Look, don't get it twisted. Wherever you are, maybe you did mess up things in your life. Maybe you lost some opportunities, you think, but all's not lost. Something may have gotten away from you, but if you are still living and still breathing, you still have an opportunity to seek after what it is you want. Follow your passion. Follow your passion. That's what you came here to do. Now look, sometimes when we're very, very young, like children, something might get our attention. We really like doing something. I know of a little boy who is just excellent at what he does. And it's not the normal thing of what boys do. Not really. And he's amazing at it. And I get so tickled every time I see him. He crochets. And he is amazing. He loves it. He just totally gets into it. He immerses himself in his passion. And that's great. Now, will he want to do that later in life? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it'll direct him to something else. I think a lot of people get lost along the way when they don't see what it is exactly that their ideal outcome is. And they get tripped up. I know I did for a long time. They get tripped up on where they're at, and that particular thing is not there for them. So they just think, well, I'm not going to have what I want. Whatever is available to you at that moment, every day, to the best of your ability, do that. Do that. And listen, don't get it twisted, okay? Because I've had people say to me, yeah, well, I like doing this and I like doing that. Look, your passion, your true passion in life will serve you, will not hurt anybody else. And what do I mean by serve you? What I mean is, it's not something that you're using that might be like an addiction, self-soothing in some kind of way. That just keeps you stuck. When you self-soothe with alcohol, drugs, sexual addictions, shopping addictions, your focus is on that. Where you put your focus, that's where your energy flows, and it flows into you. You rob yourself. So you might say, well, I can't help it. Yes, you can. I'm trying. No. You make a choice. You have a choice. I have a choice that I am going to heal this. And then you have to take action. There's no miracle pill to fix that. There's no injection, no serums, no anything like that to fix that. You have to make a conscious choice that you want to move forward in your authenticity, not in your addictions, in your authenticity. Make the choice. If you're having a hard time doing it by yourself, find somebody to help you. We live in a world today where there's lots of help. Lots of help. Yeah. So when you're jealous of somebody else's life, you're really cutting yourself short. You really are, because you came here to live your life. And when you flow in your life and your passion, when you get that core frequency in alignment with who you truly, truly are, things change. Your abundance will flow. Everything that is meant for you, all the wonderful things that are meant for you on your path, flow to you. But if you got that kink in the hose and you're looking at somebody else like, they shouldn't have that, or who do they think they are? How many people have I heard? They look at folks with money and they think, it was probably given to them, or maybe they stole it, or there's a lot of people that have opinions about people with money, and I think it's sad. Money is a tool. And I promise you, the more money you have, the more responsibility you have. Then you got to sit back and you ask yourself, do they like me for me or my money? And my guess is if you're at that place, you don't give a flying flip. Yeah. Yeah. So look, you are a beautiful soul. You came here to live your life on purpose. Life is not a competition. It's not about gathering up all your assets and looking at other people thinking, I have more than you. That's not what you came here for. You came here to live your life, to be of service, to be you, to be of service to others, to uplift others. Yeah, not to look at others with disdain because you feel like they have something you want and you don't have it. Mm-mm. Be grateful for what you have first. If you're not grateful for what you have first, really, what makes you think you're going to have more? Yeah. Yeah. No sense in being jealous. When you flow in who you really are, you have a peace, you have passion. It feels good. It just feels good. No matter what your financial status, no matter what your marital status is. I know a lot of folks, they look at me and they think, oh, she's not married. She's not with anybody. She must be bitter. She must be lonely. No, no. No, I'm not. No. I am on purpose by myself right now. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this on TikTok, I am not going to call you on WhatsApp. Save your time, and you don't have to ask me. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not. I'm just saying. But yeah, don't be jealous of other people. Enjoy your life. What is it you love to do? Well, compared to those people, my life looks mediocre. But if it's what your passion is, you will be happy. You will be happy if you are flowing in your passion. You ever try to do something that somebody else wants to do? Say you're a woman and your partner loves to fish. They love to get out there on the ocean and they cast that line out there and they're fishing. They're loving this. And you'll sit there in disgust. You're trying to like it because he likes it, but you don't like it. That's the same thing in life. Look, that's his passion. That might not be yours. May I suggest you flow in yours? You get what I'm saying? When you do what you truly love, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing around you. And stop worrying about what people think of your status. You may not have a bunch of education. You might. You may not have a bunch of money. You might. You might not have a significant other. You might. Whatever's good for you is good for you. It doesn't have to be good for anybody else, and it doesn't have to look good to anybody else. If you're happy, flow in that. That's where the peace comes. That's when you'll sit there content. And when you are happy and content with who you are, good things come to you. Your vibration is high. You don't think it matters? What you put out, you get back. If you're flowing from a place of resentment, anger, insecurity, disdain for where other people's lives are at, that's your frequency. You're putting out fear, resentment, bitterness. You're putting that out. It doesn't matter your opinion about how someone else should be living. It doesn't matter. It's not your business. But what you put out, if you put out all those negative emotions, what you put out, you get back. So yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse. There's no reason for any of us to feel jealous about another person's life, their body, their job, nothing. Now in this world, they want you to focus, on this is how your body should look, and this is how this should be, and this is the status that you should have. The status and look and everything else that you should have is the one that you love, the one you choose. Yes, for you. And don't give a flying flip about what anybody around you thinks about it. No, they didn't pick your theme. You picked your theme. Walk it. Enjoy it. There'll be lows. There'll be highs. Enjoy it all. There's a lesson in everything. Yes, there's beauty in all of it. You don't feel so good one day, something happened and shook up your peace. That's okay. Look at it. What did it shake up inside of you? What did it shake up? A fear? An insecurity? Did it make you desire something more, something better? What you think might be better? Maybe that's what it was for. To move you along a little bit. Give you a little boost. Hey, look. I can usually tell when it's time for me to move on, and I'm not running. It's not so much running. I start feeling antsy in my energy. Yeah. I can tell when it's time to kick rocks. Yeah. Anyway. So today, I hope you are walking on your path. Don't try to copy anybody else's. You won't be happy there. No. You'll always have an emptiness. And you'll always try to get more of what somebody else has. Let people walk their path. You walk yours in true authenticity, in passion. Yeah. That's where the joy is. Yeah. Well, my name is Nayoka Lynn. I hope you are enjoying your Tuesday. Namaste.